This is IISE's Michael Hughes here with Dr. Kevin Taaffe of Clemson University. He's in town this week with the Board of Trustees charting the future of your institute. So I understand y'all are doing a lot of work with virtual chapters. How is that going to change the chapter professional model?
Historically, the professional chapter has been a physical chapter, and that's how members would associate outside of headquarters, is to work with that chapter. But that really can be limiting, and it requires you to have a professional chapter close by.
Right.
So at IISE, we want to be serving all of the members, and so we really feel like this is a great opportunity to transform what the professional chapter looks like. So in addition to the typical physical type of activities, we want to include virtual. So right now we're in the middle of starting a pilot program to take a handful of chapters and go down that road and experiment with what would virtual offerings look like. So I think it's a great opportunity for all the chapters, for those members who are further away, not close to a physical chapter, to actually stay plugged in and hear about things that are going on in their region, in that area.
So can this help also with the physical chapter? Because I know we have some in very large cities like Los Angeles and Atlanta, and the joke is Atlanta is an hour away from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So do the virtual offerings also help your physical chapters as well?
I think those are definite issues. We hear that all the time, that we even the physical chapter wants to hold an activity, but everybody in the city is not going to be able to attend. It's going to take a long time to get there. So this will address that. And hopefully with the mix of just staying plugged in through a virtual offering, whether it's something formal like a webinar or even just a phone call, whatever it is, there still can be the physical offerings, and if there's enough people that are now plugged in to the chapter, you can have just localized activities. So part of the group will go meet, and you're not feeling like you don't feel compelled you have to go, because you're going to get content another way.
So I know you're very early in the planning processes of rolling this out. Do you have, I guess, kind of an example of what would be an offering of a virtual chapter that right now is not available to a physical chapter?
The key part that we're really trying to accomplish through this is having consistent communication to the members. And we do get that kind of consistent communication from headquarters, but I think most members want to have a feeling of being connected locally.
They're part of something.
Right, whatever locally means. And so that's going to be, I think, the key point to try to get across. Examples of these kinds of offerings would be something like a webinar, but it's something that's just done within that particular chapter. And it could even be sharing an existing webinar. What we're trying to do is encourage the individual chapters not to feel to rely on headquarters or IISE globally for what gets shared with their members, and just be a little more proactive and say, well, we really felt like this was great. It's for those of you that didn't get a chance to see it, we're gonna reshare it now.
Open it up and here it is.
Exactly. This is another great example, is to do something like that for particular content that was presented at the annual conference. Different things like that. And we want the chapters to be creative. So really one of the things we're hoping is that the chapters themselves will take more ownership and be creative, figure out ways that they think they're going to get their members will have the most benefit, and they'll get the most engagement.
Sounds great, Dr. Taaffe. We appreciate your service and all your help, and good luck with this effort.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.